Hey guys, Mapletail here. I'm gonna be honest, I was so hoping for Warriors news to share today, as I will literally have no time in the next 2 months, with Pride Month and Art Fight, to talk about anything else. I feel like this happens every year. The second my schedule is packed, a whole bunch of Warriors news drops. But alas, it is what it is. Anyways, it's Mermay. So today we're doing some mermaid drawing. Let's get into it. I actually did a mermaid drawing earlier this month already when I miscounted my Thursdays and thought I wouldn't have space to make a video on it this year, but I certainly don't mind drawing a bonus one with my classic sunlit ocean vibe. It also helps that my brain is all art fight this month. I go absolutely feral for the online art trading game every July. The event is a bit a ways still, but I start getting super hyped around now with Discord's target hunting opening up earlier this month. I've already had around 30 people fill out my hit list, and there are many more artists I'm hoping to attack this year, so I've been getting extra organized in advance. If you're participating in Art Fight this year, feel free to drop your username in the comments. I'd love to add y'all to my list of artists to draw for. I've also been working a lot on creating references for new OCs or old ones that I haven't gotten around to drawing yet. Which brings us to today. I decided to draw an older mermaid OC that needs their references updated pretty badly. Keel. I haven't drawn her in a couple years, and not in color since 2019. It's definitely time. You know what? I mentioned last week that I wanted to get back into my OC lore and stories series, which I haven't done since last Mermay. Okay, let's make it a thing, and get into Echo's story just for fun. Echo was raised as mermaid royalty by her father, the king, after her mother, Song Roan's disappearance. Echo's story truly begins 17 years later, when her father disappeared too, leaving the mermaid kingdom vulnerable. It didn't take long for most of the mermaids to abandon their home, led by Mako Frobel. Echo stayed behind, not wanting to leave her home in case her father returned, however slim the hope might have been. She searched endlessly for her only family. Using a pendant of transformation, she even searched nearby islands, just in case. She was eventually found, collapsed from exhaustion, by captain of the Blooming Dusk pirate crew, Terry Locke. The crew dropped her off on the inhabited island of Faunus, so she wouldn't be alone, and could decide what she wanted to do next. She was taken in by the Isle family, made up of Sovari and her granddaughter Nehru, who was around Echo's age. The two became fast friends, and end up developing feelings for each other. Echo comes to terms with the fact that her father isn't coming back, and tries to make a life for herself on the island with Nehru. She grows close with others in the village too, namely Ivo Lake and Kois. Kois has a mission of his own to find his birth family, which the four go on together, taking them all the way to the Blue Kingdom. He found what he was looking for, but missed home too much to stay in the kingdom. But the adventure feeds into Nehru's wanderlust, and she decides she wants to join Terry's crew, Echo going along with her. Nehru's soul-bound panther, Cypress, accompanies the couple. Several members are awkward around Echo, and when she finds a necklace that once belonged to her mother in Terry's cabin, she confronts her new captain. He refuses to talk about it, pain clear in his eyes. Echo went to the ship's quartermaster, Lime, instead, who was far more willing to share. She told Echo the story of her mother, who had once been a member of the very same crew Echo had now joined. It was a tale of love and tragedy. Song leaving the crew after many years after the death of her partner, Rose Swale, in a brutal battle with other pirates. Suffice it to say, the crew missed Song greatly, and it was either difficult or a comfort having Echo aboard, depending who you asked. Echo took the news pretty hard, but Nehru was there to support her through it. Echo may not have found either of her parents, but over the years she found adventures of a lifetime, home, and a new family for herself. People who grew to love her as much as they had her mother. That catches us up to the present day of my world. I've written decades of lore into the future for this pirate crew, but I think we'll leave Echo's story there for today. Better to leave it on a relatively happy note rather than what I've most recently written for her story. Thanks for watching. I feel like this video was slightly all over the place, but I had a good time, and I hope you did too. Oh, so I was so right in the intro. The day I finally sat down to write this one, it was announced that Changing Skies Book 3's title would be releasing in a week. which is probably out now. I guess we'll get into that in August. Next week, we'll be getting into my Pride Month Warriors Challenge. Woo! So I'll see you next Thursday.